तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। We have now heard the word liberal art. Whole life has been that actually. At first, we were taught you a jack of all trades. For many years, you were called that. Today, we realize that we look at that why we were being led to where we were being led. So, we have done about 25 to 30 films, more songs for the stage, dance, music, puppetry, theatre, films of both there, and books, and suddenly they became designers and architects. So we are a bundle of confusion. Until she has noticed the handshake was over a spiritual handshake over a song which is about Swami Chinmayananda, 18, 19 years, 18 years old. So he still calls us musicians. I'm happy because now we are singing different music. We start, I think you were just invitation to start. Is this not connected? Yeah. Okay. That says what you want to say. I'm not saying it. Yes. The art of man making. Okay. We have traveled. Our basic roots are advertising, act films, a very different world. And from that world, when it's been about 20 years, and we found a world which is this world, and which allows you to be anything you want, which allows you even not to believe in God, but be a good human being and a successful human being. That is the Chinmaya ethos, which separates it from any other spiritual organizational system in the world. You may have a few more which are close to it, but here is an organization not founded, just it blossomed out of a leader who And no harm in saying you don't want to believe in God, don't believe it. But believe in something, believe in an idea. Believe that you want to be a multi-millionaire. But then work with the right attitude towards it. And your goal and your ideal becomes Bhagavan. So when you hear the term Bhagavan, let's not wallow in the thought that this is such an old-fashioned word. Maybe many of us have not yet discovered the real meaning of this word, which is very, very practical. So, he who can withstand in this world, this is chapter 5, 61st lecture in the book, The Art of Managing. So, yeah, he who can withstand in this world before its death, it means while in alive, which means that it is the young people, it is the youth, which is at the core, we have to. Because we have this tendency to think that all these scriptures are for people once their first grey hair has sprouted on the head, which is not true. I wish I'd been told this when I was young. I'm so happy that Anil is telling it to you, to be able to tell it to you when you are young. He who can withstand in this world before its death, the impetuosity, uncontrolled behavior, impetuosity arising out of lust, or passion, and anger. He is an integrated man. He alone is the happy man. These are the words of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, shloka number 23. The next one. Now, is connected. He whose happiness is within, he whose recreation is within, he whose life is within, that yogi, and each one of us can be that yogi, maybe some of you are. That yogi alone becoming the Brahman, becoming God, that universal consciousness, you believe. You have to believe that you're God. Achieves absolute freedom. So here the first concept was, who is the happy man? And the second is the free man. And therefore this wonderful Swami Chinmayananda, which says that some seek happiness as their goal, while there are others who seek freedom within and without, as the only ideal to strive for. Now you have this dialectics in front of you. Happiness versus freedom. Happiness and freedom. Happiness minus freedom. Freedom minus happiness. Happiness plus freedom. That is the gaps between these two words are going to define how successful you are to be in your life anywhere. This is what is called The Art of Man Making. This is the book you're reading. It's a tough text. It's a series of radio lectures. Today you have more diluted forms of spirituality and spiritual teachings. Dig deep into it, but for that you have to open your minds and your willingness, and then it starts pouring. So the denominator of man making, if I put it as the Pythagoras theorem, it would be A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So freedom into freedom, happiness into happiness is equal to man making, man making, man making. This is Swami Chinmayananda. And then his disciple and my direct guru, Swami Tejomayananda, took it one step ahead. Gave it a new name, on which I and Ruma worked for the last 5 years. A new term, Swanubhuti. Swanubhuti. If I divide the word, it is Swayam, He Anubhuti. Now it doesn't stay what you would call religious, dharmic, This is life. You know. Man-made is fun. Do you know the amount of potential that is there in you? Do you know what really you are capable of? Have you traveled within? Do you know that there might be inside you an Edmund Hillary or a Tenzing Norgay hiding somewhere? Do you know that there might be a great filmmaker, hiding somewhere, a David Lean or something as great as that? There could be a G.D. Birla or a G.R.B. Tata hiding inside you. And it better be, because this ring which you are studying should be leading you somewhere there. But how will you measure this man? And Shantas Birla. How do you measure this man? G.R.B. Tata, businessman? Great human beings. Period. Moment you say they are businessmen, moment you say they are corporate leaders, you have already belittled them. So you cannot be that if you are not a good, confident, happiness-seeking, freedom-loving, freedom-giving, happiness-giving individual. It doesn't matter what you're studying. We were given a forest of 6 acres. I and Ruma do not know the A, B, C of architecture. I am a student of history. Ruma studied political science. We share many passions. And this place was given to us, and the triangle you see is what we kept on seeing. We saw the Blind Mountain, the highest mountain in the world, not the Everest, not the Kanchenjunga. मन के अंदर जो पर्वत है ना, the mind mountain, who makes it? No one comes from outside to make it. It's your mind. The doors and windows are yours. You open it when you want. You close it when you want. So who builds this mountain in your mind? You. With your false perceptions, with your fears, with your likes and dislikes, you build a mountain. It could be with your career, it could be with the choice of the subject you're studying, it could be with the future that you're dreaming for yourself, it could be that you are trying to emulate someone else while your path lies somewhere else. And then you say, I'm not happy. This is beautiful. I have great regard for the scriptures and all the scriptures of the world. That includes right from the Bhagavad Gita to the Bible and the Quran. So let's not get into that. For me, the word of God is what many languages. And God has always spoken the truth. Man has given it meanings with his limited thinking. This is what we did with this place. I'll just take you through very fast on these slides. And when we made it, for 4 years we just thought of this and made this and worked on this. And that jungle, we did see that mountain, that mind mountain, that triangle. And that triangle started the whole design concept of Swami Bhakti Vatika. And from the triangle we went on this journey. And it became a very postmodern expression of spirituality. An architecture that is as subtle as the message of the Upanishads, or our scriptures are the Vedanta, which is, you could say, akin to Upanishads. Upanishads are parts of the Vedas, and these are question answers between Guru and the Shishya. It's a classroom, that's where this Sahara comes from. And the subtlety of the scripture he wanted to capture, and it got captured, and a powerful hand was leading us. We couldn't even see it. We left it. Next. Yes. That's the Mine Mountain we finally came up. All rock, all geometry, and this team came up. This is the hall of pillars. These pillars are about, they rotate. They're actually 10 feet. Whatever we did, because we were not architects, we dreamt of things that were not, and were told in the architecture books that they don't happen. So we had to take the whole technical world with us. Tell them, no, this can happen, but this is not done. This can happen, let's try. And the same people achieved this. This is a garden. This is about 6 gardens in it. It's a huge place. It's called Gurustali, it is dedicated to Swami Chinmaya. This is a Krishna that he created, and is the Padukas of Swami Chinmaya. We call them the fire Padukas. Because the 4 elements, we have moved on to see, 4 elements are there in the 4 mudras of Krishna, and the 5th element, the fire, in the Paduka. So actually, we are all wearing a Paduka. It could be Bata, it could be whatever. Bata to koi nahi pehanta hai, hum to bade nahi pehante. But it could be any brand or shoe, but that is a Paduka. You have to see whether your Paduka is full of fire. Or is it gold with a garment? You must have fire in your feet. Otherwise, just having fire in your mind is going to do nothing to you. Next, please. That is a great work of art which came out. It's never happened. It's a 16 feet wide steel and cement tree. When we used to think of this and we used to draw these out, finally we had to become artists and creative because this is what we want. And someone finally believes us. I'll try to make it for you. It's a challenge to anyone in this country to be able to make this. After seeing this, they can, because all structural engineers, they take a gasp when they see this tree. It's very exciting. It took 3 months to just create a system, technical system of how to build it. History, political science, cuisine, textile, music, literature. Oh my goodness. This was like we were in a jungle with the wolves. Next. There's a night view. That's how the park finally opens up to you. I don't have a good picture. You must take one and we go. This is a beautiful place. It's called the Jaliyanta. That's the now. This is a visit by the architecture students from one of the colleges in Pune. Journey with it is, and you know, when you sit in the center of this, you can hear your own voice reflected in the talk. And as you move out of the center, just like my voice is fading away, your voice fades away. It happened by chance. Now we get ready for it, and we thought about it. It's that some unseen hand was guiding us. This is the altar of Swami Chinmaya, designed absolutely by Rumaya. It has got 108 pictures and a bell for every photograph. A simple device, tedious to make, but someone carried it through for us. We created a totally new expression and projection for Adishan culture here. And this is Sri Ram. This is not highly technical and brilliant in terms of modern architecture, because that is a gold mirror. It is, when we wanted to make it, we had to make 3 or 4 before we could actually make one. So that's this gold steel mirror. And cut in the Saji style. Is the style which is art of Mathura. It's a silhouette. It's a stencil basically. The simplest form of art. Stencil. And that is a bronze idol. Both of them are 8 feet high. Next one. This is a beautiful installation. It's called the door frame of mind. We are all carrying door frame. You know what, door frame is a great place. See, he's standing under that door frame. Two people standing there. Are they inside or outside? They are neither inside nor outside. How's that? Or I think that's the right place to be, in the right place. That place inside the door frame in art is called the liminal space. Right there, which is neither out nor in. If you see this room from outside, you get one view. If you see the outside of this room, you get another view. You see this room from outside, the view. So, but that's what happens. We either see ourselves from outside, or we see from within the evening outside. We never stand below these door frames in our mind and try to see ourselves. Where do I want to go? A simple question. How many people ask, what should I do today? You just get it and get into a routine. Every day is a new day. That day is the only day, only life you've got. Is there anything left? That is, we insisted on putting Hanumanji on a 40 feet pillar. And we managed. That is, it celebrates the 8 glorious characteristics of Hanumanji. Whether you believe in Hanumanji or not, believe in this 8 siddhis, and it will change your life. That's why Hanumanji is called Ashtasiddhi Hanuman. We can have a whole lecture on that. So, this is what we are here to tell you. That you are your limit. And you are your sky. And that's what the theme of today's little session with you is. You are your limit. You are your sky. It sounds so horrible when I say you. So let's start with it. I am the limit. I am the sky. This is one place where the word I holds good. I am my limit. I am my sky. That should be by, but that's later on. Yeah. This is essentially now from architecture and design. Let's come back to what we love most. A little bit of poetry, music. This place has got a lot of poems. We don't have a picture of those. Hanuman chose about 500 pieces of poetry and paragraphs from across the world. And these were not just folks from Google. Yeah. Not Google. And because we found so much error when we were choosing from Google, we found great stuff. My goodness, the amount of linguistic error, the amount of subject error which were there when we were checking them out with our with books, and we realized that we can't take the internet seriously. So, not as yet. And from that, about a few points. So we spent a lot of time with this subject which Guruji, Swami Keshavanand, just blessed us with. And he said, I am going to see the matter which you have created, the content, after you have put it on the walls. It takes a lot of confidence to say that to novices. To novices. Because things were getting engraved in stone and granite. How can you change it afterwards? So, it was a lesson in leadership in absentia, and we realized that great leaders actually lead unseen. They just transfer your vision. How well you transfer your vision, that just leads the younger generation onto great heights, and they become leaders in turn. We begin with a song about this beauty of human birth, written by one of India's and the world's greatest poets. Don't say that I chose it or Uma chose it because we are Bengalis. You must have guessed who it is. Absolutely. Rabindranath Tagore. But we are going to be recreated Tagore. This was the exercise we did in Hindi so that we could reach out to people. Have you ever wondered how big this universe is? Now we are talking not in terms of universes. Today, space researchers talk in terms of multiverses, that there are many, many universes. And you have been born in this. My goodness. So it's a lovely song. Akash Bhara. This evening is essentially evening of poetry, not singing. Next time we come with a band. Akash Bhara. सूर्य तारों से विश्व भरा प्राण, इन सभी के मध्य में मुझे मिला है, मुझे मिला मेरा स्थान, विस्मय से तभी जागे मेरा गाना आकाश भरा। इस बड़ी दुनिया में मेरे को जगह दिया है किसी ने। I got this much footprint on this universe, in this universe. My goodness, and what am I going to do with it? Waste it? आकाश भरा सूर्य तारों से विश्व भरा प्राण, इन सभी के मध्य में मुझे मिला है, मुझे मिला मेरा स्थान, विस्मय से तभी विस्मय अमेजिंग जागे जागे तेरा गान आकाश भरा। The highs and lows of the echo of timelessness flows in my veins. I am a part of every black hole. What poetry! It was this that the Nobel Committee read in English, and they decided that this kind of thought process had never happened in literature. असीम काल के जिस हिल्लोल के ज्वार भाटा में भुवन डोले, असीम काल के जिस हिल्लोल के echo के ज्वार भाटा, high and low tides, in that swing, the whole world is swinging in that first big bang. That big bang is flowing in my veins and my blood. असीम काल के जिस हिल्लोल के ज्वार भाटा में भुवन डोले, नस नस में we have a elegant harmonium. नस नस में रक्त धारा बन करे ओ मान। I need the sound right. विस्मय से तभी जागे जागे मेरा गाना। Then Tagore says, how soft is this grass in the forest on which my feet is falling? How mesmeric is the fragrance of the flowers happiness is spread out everywhere. फैला है आनंद का राम, विस्मय से तभी जागे, जागे मेरा गाना आकाश भरा, सूर्य तारों से. Can we go deeper? Okay, 4 centuries back, a great scripture, the Ramcharitmanas. If anyone knew the art of writing and the art of the balance of poetry, one of them was Tulsi. Tulsi, when I first heard Tulsi padna hai, ab nahi bolta, because now I understand Tulsi. बड़े भाग मानुष तन पावा, that's what he says. सुर दुर्लभ सब ग्रंथ ही गावा. Sur, asur, sur. Even the gods sometimes clamor to have human birth, so they come down on earth. And you have got human birth, you're so lucky. I could be born as a dog or a cat, maybe an ant in my next life. Possible, maybe I was one. Happiness is finally nothing but a dog on a leash. And there are 2 kinds of people. One set of people led by the dog when they go for a walk, and the other set of people who lead the dog when they go for a walk. But that dog on the leash is happiness. बड़े भाग मानुष तन पावा, सुर दुर्लभ सब ग्रंथ ही गावा, साधन धाम. This is the avenue of pilgrimage. Sadhana dham, moksha kar dwara. It is the gate of liberation. ये माइक्रोफोन दे. आई न जही परलोक से सवारा. If you have got this human life and you have not improved your next earths, like that, and then you know what you do? So parat dukh pavi, he gets out of sorrows. So parat dukh pavi, sir dhuni dhuni pachatai. This is Avadhi language, that's why it is difficult to relate to sometimes. This is Avadhi. Even in Avadhi, you still speak like that. In history, I was taught by Professor Nurul Hassan, one of the great educators, and he used to sometimes take our class of Akbar in Avadhi. It was wonderful to hear it. So, parat dukh pavai kaal hi, karma hi, Ishwar hi, mithya dosh. Such a man, for his failures, he blames all time, karma, age, and then finally God. Bhagwan mein mere saath God aa gaya. Arey, kaun sa Bhagwan? So, actually, तेरी कमान से जब जब निकले तेरे कर्म का तीर, तेरे कमान से जब जब निकले तेरे कर्म का तीर, लंघ के आता है दुष्टों को अन्य मेरी तकदीर. Ram, Sita and Lakshmana crossed the river. And then they were sleeping on a tree. There was no ornaments, nothing. It was the jungle dress. Lakshman never used to sleep, used to always be on guard. And the king of the forest, Nishad Raj, was also there. And Nishad Raj said, look what Kaikeyi has done. because of that. And then Ram and Lakshman gives this million dollars, then was still $1 million statement, which of the Ramacharitmanas they say it is Kam ko sukh dukh bardata. Nature with karma bho sarvata. Brother, no one is responsible for anyone's fortunes or misfortunes. Not even anything. This sleeping under the tree is because of some karma. Yeah. तेरे कमान से जब जब निकले तेरे कर्म का तीर लौटते आता है निष्ठा को बल की तेरी तकदीर कभी अंधेरा कभी उजाला एक पल स्वर्णिम एक पल काला अरे तेरे कर्म के रंगों से बनती तेरी तस्वीर सांस की नदियां के तट है तो जन्म मरण कहते हैं जिनको केवल उसको पार लगा है कर्म का जो रघुवीर कर्म ही भक्ति कर्म बिना पथ नहीं पूजा उठ जाग मुसाफिर घोर भरी क्यों बैठा है अधीर क्यों बैठा है अधीर उठ जाग मुसाफिर घोर भरी अब मैं कहा जो सुबह it's a very old song, you know, you must have heard it, maybe your parents and grandparents singing that sometime. उठ जाग मुसाफिर घोर भरी है कहा जो सोबत है जो सोबत है जो गोबत है. So Swami Chinmayan says, one single ideal can transform a listless soul into a towering leader of men. One single ideal. Have you found your ideal as yet? Is there one ideal that you have to identify? Which one make you feel more attached to? Only if you travel with it. And he says, this is a beautiful line of Swami Chinmayan. He says, don't misuse God by saying that I am his devotee. And so God will do it for me. God has better things to do. You can invoke him. You can invoke God. Invoke whatever you want. Your faith increases by God's grace, and by that strength and effort, you will. And then he says, beautiful line here, he says, you know the three blinders which come on your God? The three blinders are, I don't know, I can't understand, I don't have experience. Many of us think of these three or one of these things, and we do not take up something which is just waiting for us, just waiting for us. From time to time, you must ask yourself some questions. As simple as this, and this is what the Romas, you know, the Romas or the Gypsies, who they're in Europe, they call Romas now. And they have this beautiful thing that says, why were you born? Ask yourself these questions from time to time. Where were you born? What is your name? Where is your home? How did you reach here? Because they're traveling all the time. How did you reach here? How did you reach soil? You should really get thought. Was maybe one of the most popular answers that will help you move ahead. How do you reach soil? You will reach somewhere else. Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Because God is also doing it. I really want to do it. It shows in your work. It shows everywhere. If you're doing it because you're doing it for others, or you're doing it because you believe. It's the belief that shows everywhere. In any song, any play you write, any page you write, any line you write. I'm taking that under the writing, but it shows. And because from time to time you must ask ourselves these questions. Because you know, some people, and there are many people in life like that, who actually reach the pinnacle of the mountain. And from there, when they see the view, they realize that they would have preferred being there at the river, beautiful river below. That's why you must keep asking these questions. One of the most beautiful poets, great poets, is Jalaluddin Rumi. Turkey, let's go back to the 13th or 12th century. Sufi, the great Sufi, and it's a beautiful song, you know. It's just echo of that song which I but that's part of must be decided. Rumi recreated. If I try to see your faces, then I can't see the words. Why not your faces? I don't like. सूरज ढले, सूरज ढले, मैं सोचा करूं. Rumi, maybe traveling in the desert somewhere. It's lonely. सूरज ढले, मैं सोचा करूं. चंदा से मैं पूछा करूं. आया कहां से, जाना कहां, क्यों लगे पथ ये अनजाना. सूरज ढले, मैं सोचा करूं. चंदा से मैं पूछा करूं. आया कहां से, जाना कहां, क्यों लगे पथ ये अनजाना. रूह मेरी यहाँ की नहीं, जिस देश की मुझे जाना वही है. मेरा घर ये आसमां है. मेरा घर ये आसमां, पिंजरे में क्यों मैं बैठा यहाँ. Think it in terms of life, life situations, relationships, education, what you want to give to life. सूरज ढले, मैं सोचा करूं. चंदा से मैं पूछा करूं. आया कहां से, जाना कहां, क्यों लगे पथ ये अनजाना. रूह मेरी यहाँ की नहीं, जिस देश की मुझे जाना वही यहाँ से आया था वही है. मेरा घर ये आसमां, पिंजरे में क्यों बैठा यहाँ. सूरज ढले मैं सोचा करूं I'm feeling. Oh, giving a song and going into poetry. I love this. You know you're getting tired. The greatest of people get tired walking on this path of life, except there is something called tiredness. You don't have to be ashamed about it, because if you're working hard, you will not be working hard, you'll not be tired. So all those who are feeling tired, do ask whether it's because of working hard. Sometimes not working hard can make people tired. Too. I'm a champion of that sometimes. But then I just say that I've been thinking. From Turkey, one of the greatest Hindi poets. I'm a Bengali. I love Urdu. I love Hindi. I pray to God for these languages. बेचैन है हवाएं, when you are tired. It's a great poet. The poem is called Aag Ki Bheek, Give Me Fire. Sounds like a Nike ad. But yes, this is Ram Dhari saying, think. बेचैन है हवाएं, हर ओर बेकली है, कोई नहीं बताता किश्ती किधर चली है, मझधार है पार है या पास है किनारा. You're confused on your path many times. Am I heading towards the middle of the river? Mujhdar. Am I heading towards the whirlpool? Nowhere. Or am I heading towards the shore? This is put so beautifully. बेचैन है हवाएं, हर ओर बेकली है, कोई नहीं बताता कश्ती किधर चली है, मझधार है अमर है या पास है किनारा. ये नाश आ रहा या सौभाग्य का सितारा, आकाश पे अनल से, Anal, you know, is fire. And you know what he's asking from God, from whatever power. He's saying, give me, I beg, give me fire. And to Adrishta Mera, that which I cannot see, that which is my future which I cannot see, can you please light it with fire upon the stars? So my boat can go in the right direction. आकाश पे अनल से लिख दो अदृश्य मेरा, भगवान इस तरी को, तरी की बोल हरमान दे अंधेरा, तब वेदनी तब वेदनी. Give me a ray of light that cuts through the darkness. संधान मांगता हूँ ध्रुव की कठिन घड़ी में, resoluteness. पहचान मांगता हूँ बेचैन है हवाएं, हर ओर बेकली है. Another classic Hindi poem, a great poet of the 60s, that takes me a little bit when I was a toddler. It was so peace. But it's a beautiful poem. I'm reading a few lines of it. In this situation, when you feel that where I am going, there are this, advice. It comes from Shiv Mangal Suman, one of the greatest poets from Ayush Rai. He says, जब कठिन कर्म पगडंडी पर राही का मन उन्मुख होगा, when you want to turn away your face from the difficult path. जब कठिन कर्म पगडंडी पर राही का मन उन्मुख होगा, जब सपने मिट जाएंगे, हो सकता है that all your dreams are destroyed. जब सब सपने मिट जाएंगे, कर्तव्य मार्ग duty calls. हम अपनी प्रथम विफलता में भूल न जाना पड़ता है। जब चिर संचित आकांक्षाएं, जवाब में रहता है आकांक्षाओं को, जब चिर संचित आकांक्षाएं पल भर में ढह जाएंगी, जब कहने सुनने को केवल स्मृतियां मेमोरीज बाकी रह जाएंगी, उस वक्त विचलित आघातों में पथ भूल न जाना पड़े कहीं, पथ भूल न जाना पड़े कहीं. Some of the most powerful poetry, motivational poetry, is actually written in India. Centuries, and these are two great examples. It's a beautiful one. I think many of you know this, but I think I should read it. Robert Frost. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Yeah? Anyone read it? Two roads diverge in a yellow, yeah? You want to read it? I'm inviting you.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the best claim, because it was grassy and wanted bare. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Thank you very much. I think that's a good way of taking rest. And Maurice can get colloquial everywhere, like those tonight. Thank you, Indoji. That's all. And this is purely experiment. Harmonium in English. Okay? Why not? If you can build a park by not knowing anything, you can try it. This is Rumi. In the last question, after that we can take some questions if you want. I'm very used to answer them differently. You're born with wings. Why crawl so high? You're born with wings. I am my limit. I am my sky. You are born with wings. Have you seen them? Difficult. Most of his friends behind you. You're born with wings. Why crawl so high? Let the beauty of what you love be that for what you strive. Be that for what you strive. Each one of us has has been made for a particular task. And the desire for that has been put in every heart. Every heart. You're born with wings, so why crawl through life? It's your road. It's your road, yours alone. Someone can walk it with you. It's your road, yours alone. Don't you know that no one can walk it for you? No one can walk it for you. Don't you know that it's your light that lights the world? Don't you know yet that what you're seeking is seeking you? What you're seeking is seeking you. The magical poetry of Jalaluddin Rumi. We are entering into taking a Q&A break. Yes. Anil.
I just thought that an interesting question. If you were to be sitting here by choice and not because the school expects you to sit, what would happen to the time that you actually spent here? I mean, we show up in life as volunteers because every moment matters. So what if this class, every moment was to matter to you? And you are not here simply because you are expected to be there. And so in that, just to set the ball rolling, the last few minutes of this conversation, Shyam and Roma, this is a question to both of you. What made you turn from this extraordinarily successful, quote-unquote, successful career in the outer world, where you could have pursued only a life of choosing money and name and awards? What made you turn inwards to understand this whole journey of happiness that you both started on? And that's something that will, because you were at the top of your profession at a very young age, and you chose to go into a deeper path. So what made you do that? And something interesting, and then we can, then after that, have some questions from the audience on why is this class of happiness being done in this unusual way, and what are the questions coming to you, to the two of them, right? From people who are reinventing themselves, of doing almost 7 different things, from writing poetry to designing music to making sculptures to making art to making design. How can this capability come to people? Where does it come from, right? So first question, and then I am sure our students would have a few follow-up questions.
I guess we flow. And we were never scared of flowing, and we never said no to anything. That was one thing which must have worked in our favor. So even when anything came up which was not fitting into our personality, but if it was challenging, we always said yes. And in saying yes to everything, we landed up taking up different kinds of assignments. So there was always the first time a song came. And the first book I got, and Kumar was producing that, the first book I got to write was from a Just Dial inquiry. And there, my name was listed as a copywriter. And someone was looking for writers. He didn't know that between a copywriter and a writer per se. Even still now people don't know. much. So it was a just diet call, and he said, we want to do a book on Hindu gods and the iconography of Indian gods and Indian temples, temple architecture. Can you do it? I said, yes. So that set us off on one path, and then we did 2-3 more books. Incidentally, we did a book on 10 years ago, book on happiness, 15 years ago. Today, it's like an echo here. I think we were never satisfied. That is a very important dialectic here between happiness. See, we are creative people. And the essence of creativity and the creative surge is not to be satisfied. So when such a person is searching for happiness, you're already in a conflict. So we always searched for more and more happiness. Somewhere we learned that perfection is a very elusive ideal, that enjoyment. So if you ask us, so we began to enjoy the process more than the result. And finally, when it got grounded in us that we enjoy the process, not bothering whether this song actually gets released, whether this film gets released, whether this book is read by 10 people or 1,000. When we started enjoying that process, we were very happy. So we live in the process. I once asked Ruma, what enjoyment did you feel in, what is the satisfaction of doing this way far? I can say very honestly, it is the same as writing that one song in one day and being happy about it. This is why I think we stuck to these dreamy.
One thing I can say that this long journey of 4 years, I have learned that nothing is impossible. If we want to try something, so you can do it. This happened with us. What Shyam told you, that we are not architect, we are not designer, but our thought process started working like any other architect, engineers.
We enjoyed it, as when I said process, we dreamt of this path first. It used to come in our dreams and in the same form. We just put it on paper after working through other technical things. Any other questions?
Question?
Yeah.
Question from the students, any of you want to ask any question?
Good evening to all. My name is Ankit sir. I really appreciate and liked the poems and everything. One question has been wondering in my, it's been there in my mind. It's a beautiful path though, but since you said, we should have a purpose in life, and we should have a purpose in life and not waste our life. I think that purpose would have been imparting education. And we could, there's no challenge to any belief with all my humble heart. I think you could have also chosen to build 20-25 schools on the 6-acre land. Each school would have accommodated 1,000 students, 20,000 students, and I think that's looking at the literacy rate of it.
See, it's a way of looking at it. Okay? Now, 6 acres you can build. How many schools? 15. The vision here was to create 600 people who will go on to make 600 schools somewhere. This park has been designed not for everyone. The brief was to make this park for that 100 who will go out and take up the challenge. So your 6 schools, if you see it always physically and structurally, then you're always limited. This park is called Swanbhuti Vartika, right? It just, when it is not very material, it just fires you into following your dream. So we want to create, we don't want to create bridges. We want to create bridge builders. So this is what the objective is. And this park has been done for that. We have been creating many schools. This country has got many schools. This country does not have many principals. This country has many hospitals. This country does not have many hospital makers. So the focus of this talk is on the individual and the human being, the human spirit. It is whatever you see from the Putana, the talk, it's the human spirit which is there. That's what the public was. And we have many schools, so we want to create just 6 more. But we, like we're talking about Vibhuti in particular, it has adopted the village which is there next. So the children from there come and learn music in Chennai, and the teachers from there go out and interact. That is that. Anyone else? Yeah.
Hello, sir. My name is Monica. I don't have a question actually. It's a compliment and it's from heart. I was looking here and there, but then as soon as you started speaking, you drew all my attention. And you're a fantabulous and beautiful speaker. I mean, I could relate every single poem because I happen to be a motivational speaker myself. And the poems that you spoke, every single thing, that was amazing. I really enjoyed it personally. Thank you very much. No question. I already said.
I think we are reaching the end of this session, so I just want to say something to you that in my mind there is a conflict. Should I make this class optional? Because of what I see in this class. Some of you are really interested, some of you are not. And I'm just beginning to ask myself the question, should I make it optional? And then I ask myself the question that some of you who are apparently not interested, maybe we have to prepare your mind on how to ask the deeper questions in life, because the frivolous questions will always take your attention, but the deeper questions may not come to you. So I'm not giving on you yet. You understand that? Our teacher used to teach us, don't teach spirituality to those who are not interested. It could damage them. Maybe some of you are not interested in spirituality, it might damage you. I'm not sure right now. So I'm going to experiment some more with you to just find out, and I'm going to observe you carefully and get all feedback from you on whether you are ready for this class on happiness. We'll see how it goes. And if you find that you are not really interested, that in your informal groups you are saying what kind of stuff this is, and if you are not ready for it, maybe we will make it optional for you. But we will observe this carefully and we will see how it goes, right? I just want to thank you, Shyam and Roma. What you did today was magical, I think, from my own personal point of view. As the host of this conversation, I was also keeping an eye on, are the students really interested in what you have to offer? And that was a part of me, but the other part was just a participant in the flow, and that's the most beautiful thing. I'd like to say 3 things to you. When you are ready, the teacher shows up. 2, the most profound questions are questions about who you are and what matters to you. And 3, nothing happens in life by accident. So if we are sitting in this room having this conversation with Shyam and Roma, this is supposed to happen to you. And you may want to ask yourself the question before you write the blog tonight and before you make the notes to yourself tonight. Why was it important for me to be exposed to people who are poets, musicians, designers, and whose only message is, you are the sky, you are the limit. Whatever you can dream of will manifest. You are the leader you were waiting for. Happiness is in your hands, in your hearts. And you have to take responsibility for who you are. Okay? So thank you very much. As always, read the mind and its reflections and the manana, the reflection, and write the blog before you go to sleep. We will do the prayer of Om Purnamata, and then we will recite the Chennai Mission Pledge. Om पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। Now let's all get up and read the pledge together. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is a devotion to the Himself. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Thank you. Let's give Shyam and Ruma a very big hand for them.
I'm extremely grateful to all of you. All of you. All questions, yours too. I had the same question. Okay. Thank you very much, all of you. Love to meet you again. Don't know whom we'll end up meeting in life. I hope I remember some of your faces. Remember ours?